Hi, this is Donita Sparks from L7, and you're listening to Collision on Voice FM. Hello.
Hi, Donita.
Yes.
It's Kat. How are you?
Hi, Kat. I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. I actually don't even know where to start with you girls. I've been doing research and it was one hell of a ride, wasn't it?
Yes, indeed. It's been a good time.
Yeah. I used to do radio back in the early 2000s and I used to play you back then. It's going to be exciting to get a chance to see you now.
Well, it'll be exciting for us to go to Australia. We haven't been there in quite a long time.
I was going to ask that actually because you only reformed 2 years ago. How long's it been since you've been to Australia?
I'm not sure. 16 years, 18 years? I think maybe 18. Was that?
Sometime in the 90s.
Yes, I believe so.
Right. You've actually reformed in 2014, but you broke up in 2001. What were you doing between 2001 and 2014?
Me personally, I had a band for a while called Donita Sparks and the Stellar Moments. We put out an album and toured the U.S. a couple times. I had a social media blog for about 4 years, pop culture blog, I should say. I started a nonprofit called Cash Music that aids musicians. It's a social media platform that kind of predated Kickstarter, but it's a nonprofit. And just doing a lot of writing of music and of some other things.
Awesome. And what was it like actually getting back together with pretty much, the lineup you had for most of your career?
Well, it was great getting back together because, to do these shows, of course, but also, some of us were estranged. So we kind of put all that under the bridge and moved on and have become friends again. So that's been really cool because we all live in LA, but I hadn't seen Susie in 16 years. And, we lived blocks from each other for years. So it's kind of weird, but it's really good. Now we're back in each other's lives and that's been healing.
Because it was you and Susie who actually started L7.
Correct.
Yeah. I was wondering actually because can we say your live shows were crazy? It was quite a wild ride and you had quite a bit of success with not only supports but songs included in movies and you yourselves included in movies and things. How did you girls actually all get together that you all kind of had that same wild personality?
Well, we were all punk rockers. Susie and I were kind of from the art punk scene in LA, and we kind of met through mutual friends. We weren't really friends. There weren't that many women playing hard rock at that time, especially punk rockers playing hard rock. So, we kind of met everybody through mutual friends.
Right.
We actually have very different personalities, and probably without the band, we wouldn't be friends. So we're very different people, even though you think we're all wild women, we're actually not. And we have many different, just like every person does, has different, complexities to each other's, to our personalities. You know what I mean?
I didn't mean to imply you're wild women off stage, but like in the band character and your live shows and that, it was really... No,
and I don't, and I no harm, no foul. I don't consider that an insult in any way. I'm just saying, maybe perceptions in the press or certainly from our antics say one thing, but, we're a different ball of wax in person, which is kind of fun. Yeah. At times it's a little bit like playing a character in a way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like it's a part of you, but it's one part of you, and you'll play that slice of you for 2 hours on stage. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and get it out of your system so you don't have to live it. But you were exactly what the world needed at the time because, like you said, there was hardly any women doing it, and you girls got out there and showed everyone that girls can do it just as good, if not better than the guys.
That's right.
So then, you haven't actually, since you got back together, you haven't recorded any new music. You have been doing live shows. Is there any talk about recording new music?
We haven't talked about it much, but at Soundcheck, we've been jamming on some new stuff. It's just been kind of coming out in a fun way. Like when, Dee will be checking her drums and she'll hit a beat and then we'll start playing something and just kind of riffing. And that's been really fun. And I've been kind of recording those on my iPhone just to sort of have them and to review and to see if we want to make something out of them, which we probably will. But there hasn't been a serious scheduling of writing together and making a record. You know, we're kind of very much on our own time frame right now because we don't have a label and we don't have big management. So it's kind of like whatever the fuck we feel like doing, whenever the fuck we feel like doing it. Yeah. So maybe we'll get around to that after the Australian tour finishes up.
Yeah, well, it sounds like there's a good possibility it'll happen. That's something to look forward to. Can I actually quickly ask you about the song Fuel My Fire? That was a cover of our own Cosmic Psychos song. How did you come across that?
Well, that's not a cover of a Cosmic Psycho song. We used to cover a Cosmic Psycho song called Lost Cause, right, and it's on Go the Hack record. And when I wrote Fuel My Fire, I realized that I had lifted their chorus, and we were friends with them, and I called them up and I said, hey, I lifted your chorus, but I've got a different verse, bridge, and lyrics. So, you know, I said, I'll cut you in. And they said, great. So it's just really just 3 or 4 chords that are the same.
All right.
But everything else is different in the song. So they have a song called Lost Cause that we covered for a couple of years.
Right.
And it just got ingrained in my head, you know. And so when I wrote Fuel My Fire, I realized, oh, shit, I lifted their chorus, you know. And now it's been covered by The Prodigy. So everybody made a little bit of money. So that's what happens, you know.
Yeah, actually then, are you going to be having them on any of your shows in Australia?
We're having them on our second show in Melbourne.
Awesome. Because the first show sold out already in Melbourne.
Correct.
Yeah. So, yeah, people actually, because it is the 6th of October, you're starting your tour in Australia, in Perth, and then the 7th you're in Adelaide. The 11th is a sold-out show in Melbourne, but there's been a second show added on the 12th, Wednesday the 12th, and then Friday the 14th you're in Brisbane, and the Saturday the 15th you're in Sydney, and tickets can be had from metropolistouring.com/L7. Yeah, it's going to be fun, and the weather's just starting to pick up down here, so hopefully we won't freeze you out too much in Victoria.
Nice. Where are you?
I'm just outside Melbourne.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Can I ask what has been the most memorable thing for you from being part of L7?
The most memorable thing? Oh, God. There's been a lot of memorable things. I guess just, I think traveling together and seeing the world. And, you know, it can be a pretty great job if things go well. You know what I mean? Like it's a good time.
And that continues. That continues,
yes.
Yes. Are you going to New Zealand at all or anywhere after you leave Australia?
We are not going to New Zealand. I don't know why. We were kind of looking forward to that, but there's no shows in New Zealand.
And I would like to ask you, because there's a lot of young female bands getting around Australia at the moment, what piece of advice would you give a girl or a group of girls starting out in the music industry?
I would say just do your own thing and don't worry about how proficient of a player you are. Just make it happen, you know? Yeah. Some people get hung up on, oh, I can't play, or, oh, I don't know how to play. And it's like, well, just fucking start. Just do it. You know what I mean? Because anybody who's hung up on playing correctly, I think is kind of not off to a great start, because I think you can do a lot with just banging on a guitar. You know what I mean?
With just raw energy and passion.
Yeah, I mean, you know, just get punk with it. You know, just get punk rock with it, or get weird with it, you know.
Awesome. And is there something you'd like to say to your L7 fans in Australia about your upcoming concerts?
Come out if you want to have a good time, whether you're going to be nostalgic about it or whether you've never seen us and, you know, are needing a high-energy rock show in your life, because that's what we're kind of doing. Just playing loud rock in a fun way, and it's been kind of a joyous experience live.
Awesome. And are you bringing merch with you?
There's merch being manufactured in Australia for us.
Right. And I will actually tell people your website is l7theband.com, and you are facebook.com/L7theband as well.
We are indeed.
Yes, and you'll be in Australia in early October, starting on the 6th. Are you going to have any time off at all while you're here, before or after? And is there something you are looking forward to doing here?
I was going to go to the Great Barrier Reef, but I've got to get back to LA because I've got too much business stuff to do here regarding the band. So hopefully the reef won't be completely bleached by the time I finally get there, because that's a sad state of affairs. But I am hoping to pet some wallabies and koalas when I'm there.
Yeah, definitely, and I'm sure the reef won't be that far gone by then.
All right.
Awesome. Thank you so much. You've been great, and I actually looking forward to seeing you on the second show with the Cosmic Psychos. That's going to be awesome. And
right on. You're going to come. You're going to come to that one.
Yeah.
Cool.
I assume that there's, the shows are just as wild as they ever were.
Well, we're a high energy band. There's not a lot of shenanigans going on. It's we're playing it pretty straight, but it's a high energy rock show.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And people should go to l7theband.com and you can buy your tickets from there too. So thank you so much for your time. It's been great speaking to you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Kat. We'll see you in Melbourne.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.